When my grandfather's lawyer handed out the estate, everyone got money or land. I got a locked wooden box in a room full of relatives glaring at me like I'd stolen something. Growing up, I always knew Grandpa Walt kept me at arm's length. He wasn't cruel, just distant, in a way he never was with anyone else. My cousins fished with him, worked his orchard in the summers, got $20 bills tucked into their birthday cards. I got a stiff handshake and questions he never seemed to hear the answers to. I stopped wondering what I'd done wrong somewhere around high school. Some people just don't warm to you. When he passed, I nearly skipped the reading. My dad insisted I come, said it would look disrespectful. So I sat in the back of the lawyer's office while the farm went to my uncle, the truck to my cousin Danielle, savings account split evenly down the line. Then the lawyer paused and lifted a small cedar box onto the desk. Everyone straightened up. That box had sat on Grandpa's closet shelf my whole life. Nobody was allowed to touch it. My aunt once joked about picking the lock, and he went so quiet, the whole dinner ended early. The lawyer read, "To Evan, I leave the box and its key. He alone will understand in time." Every head in the room turned toward me. My uncle's jaw tightened. Danielle actually laughed, sharp and disbelieving. My dad just stared like he was seeing a stranger in his son's chair. The parking lot was worse. My aunt caught my sleeve before I reached my car. "Whatever's in there is family history. It belongs to all of us." My uncle said Grandpa wasn't right at the end, and offered generously to hold on to it for me. Danielle texted that night saying I'd always been the least involved grandkid, and it was insulting that I got the one thing with meaning. For 5 days, my phone didn't stop. My dad kept saying, "Just open it in front of everyone, get it over with, keep the peace." My aunt called me selfish. My uncle hinted at lawyers. The box sat on my bookshelf, and I couldn't explain to any of them why I hadn't opened it, because I couldn't explain it to myself. Something about it made my stomach tighten. On the 6th night, I poured a drink, sat at my kitchen table, and turned the key. Inside, no heirloom, no deed, no watch, no war medals, just a thick envelope with my name on it in Grandpa's cramped handwriting, and beneath it, a faded bus ticket from 1987. The letter began, "Evan, if you're reading this, I'm gone, and you deserve the truth I owed you your whole life." He wrote about his brother, my great-uncle Ray, the one the family only mentions in past tense and low voices. The story I grew up with was that Ray left town after a falling out and died out west, alone, before I was born. A family tragedy, discussed once a decade at most. Then Grandpa wrote, "Ray didn't run off. I made him leave, and I lied about why. But you already brushed against this once, and I've spent your whole life praying you didn't remember." My hands went cold. He confessed everything. Ray had been stealing from the family business for years, and when Grandpa confronted him, it turned violent. Ray came at him in the equipment barn with a pry bar. They fought. Ray went down hard against the concrete and didn't move for a long time. He lived, but he was never the same after, and Grandpa gave him a choice: disappear with an envelope of cash, or the family learns everything. He put his own brother on a bus and told the world a story. Then the line that stopped my breath: "You were 3. You'd followed the dog into the barn. You saw me standing over him. I picked you up, carried you out, and told you it was a bad dream. Every year after, I couldn't look at you without seeing what you saw. And it surfaced. Not a memory exactly, more like a photograph developing. The smell of diesel, a man on the floor, being carried out into daylight against a chest that was shaking. He hadn't kept his distance because he didn't love me. He kept it because I was the only living witness to the worst night of his life, and looking at me meant looking at it." My aunt called the next morning, sweet as pie, asking when the family could view the contents together. I told her the box was empty except for an old letter about the orchard, a boring inventory, nothing worth